Biggest turn-off I've been on a date is M4 Junction 15. Sweeps down and back up. You don't really... It just looks that big, but because you're going uphill, you get to the lights and you get a lovely view of Swindon there. And there's a drive-through Costa on the left. Lucky girl. Playing sport to me is like, would you put something in the bin or would you throw it from the other side of the room? And in that sense, but I will still, if we've got an hour spare, I'll stand in front of my living room wall with a tennis ball and I'll bounce it against the wall like I'm a goalkeeper that's been lobbed. Oh, and I have to run back and just tip it over the couch. And I'll happily do that for an hour.
I've done that.
You should probably buy a telly, mate. Do you think facial hair is attractive, yes or no?
Call me sexist, but not on women, no.
Jon, you've got sort of the beginnings of facial hair, haven't you? You've got...
Well, this is just laziness. I just can't be arsed to shave all the time. It's just a waste of time, isn't it, shaving? It's fun, though. I grow it because it's fun. I get it just long enough that I can shave it in instalments. And I'd shave that bit first, so I get a little neat beard, and then I crop it under like that, so you get a little wanker beard. And then you leave it. I feel sorry for women that never get to do that. You might be tempted sometimes to think that an £8 haircut is probably worth the saving. But as someone who's had one...
They've shaved a little bit off there, haven't they?
Yeah. There's too much of me, I think that's what he thought. Too big you are. I'll try and trim you down at the side so you're not so intimidating for people.
You did get in that £8 a free pom-pom on the top.
Richard, what do you wish you were better at?
I don't know, but people will have said driving on that list. They will.
Driving's not in the top 10. Driving is like sex. I think people think they're good at it.
Well, sex is going to be on there, obviously.
It's not.
You've got the wrong list.
What?
You've just got the wrong piece of paper.
Top thing people wish they were better at.
You have got the... Well, what else is there to be good at?
Well, number 2 is saving money. Number 3 is making conversation.
Gravy.
Who gives a shit about
Gravy?
making conversation?
What do you mean, gravy?
Just wish I was better at gravy. I'm good at a roast, I'm shit at gravy.
But the gravy's the best bit of a roast.
I know, mate! That's why I wish if I was good at gravy and shit at parsnips, nobody would know, would they? Handshakes. I'm shit at handshakes. Or I catch them at the wrong angle.
It's a bit weak.
I need a handshake.
What were you hoping for? Look at him. He's wearing a mustard cardigan.
I need a handshake that is non-threatening but says to a plumber, yeah, I could do this myself, mate, but I ain't got the time. And I've got a handshake that says, it's broken!
Jon, do you go camping?
No, I've tried it. I like the idea of being in the wilderness, but then I find out how scared I am of everything. Everything pretty much from a worm upwards. I'm pretty shit scared of. Sleeping in a wet, don't like that. And just the general loneliness.
The general loneliness? How's that different from home?
Because there's a telly at home and I can have the voices. Put my DVD on and pretend, oh, I'm going to sleep in my bar in New York. Where everybody knows my name.
What do you think? What makes you angry? Jon, you seem like a pretty easygoing guy. I can't imagine you get upset by much.
Getting run over by rappers. It's not having anything to get angry about, isn't it? It's nice to get angry. That's why we read papers in the morning. So before we've even finished our toast, we go, look at the state of that!
What were you looking at?
Stacey from Warwick. Ill-thought-out views on Britain's membership of the EU. Fair enough, have an opinion, but put your clothes on and then we can talk about it.
Did you go to a fireworks display? It
was a landmark year for me. This was the first year when I couldn't even be bothered to go to the window to look. Usually, if I hear some, I'll go and have a look at my neighbour's fireworks, but this year I just thought, nah, I'm enjoying Gogglebox. I hope there are ghosts.
There are.
Well, all right then.
Good news for you, Jon.
I would like to come back as a ghost.
No, you wouldn't.
You and I are having troubles.
You would be.
He'd be the most mundane ghost ever. Well, that surface could get slippy. Better dry it.
No, you'd be a friendly cardigan wearing.
I was going to be, but I think I know someone who's getting haunted.
John, do you get stressed driving?
I do, yeah. You're supposed to get stressed driving. I had a tyre blowout as well. I mean, it was less dramatic than yours, I'll give it that. Mine was 70 miles an hour in a Ford Fiesta on the M5 at Strensham Services, and it did not make the news. And there were no
Did people
text
tweet
jokes.
things about that?
No,
Hashtag bored.
It's frightening, though, isn't it? I mean, we're sort of brethren on that tyre blowout. How fast were you going?
I was going 320 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was doing about that.
Just under.
Just shade under. Just what's the speed limit?
Well, it was 70.
I was doing that. I was doing that. Maybe just a little bit more, because I'm a renegade. I might have been doing 72. Maybe I wanted to get home and have a glass of port. Who gives a shit?
Do you watch horror films? John?
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, I love it.
No, you don't.
Oh, I love it. It's nice to be scared, because then when it ends, that's the thing. You're scared, and then it ends. You think, oh, well, at least my balls aren't getting electrified.
That's not a horror film.
But if 8 out of 10 Cats was a horror film, I would be the one stumbling through the woods crying. Running away. I've worked out what it would be. Sean would be that you'd be the one I was running away from. I would find your house, think you were the nice guy, but then you turn out to be worse than him.
I can't believe he's totally figured this out.
And I was chasing you to warn you about Jimmy. That's the reason I was going, Dan! Dan!
Worst thing about living alone? Very much your specialist area we've hit here.
Well, I liked it. It's just the sympathy is the worst thing. People will say, you all right living on your own? Yeah. Have you not got any mates? Yeah, because I don't live with them. But no, I loved it. I loved living on my own.
What was the best thing about living on your own?
Oh, just all of it. Nothing moved. Just, you know, think I'm going to stay up all night. Doesn't matter. No one's going to wake me up. No one's going to come round. Actually, it was tragic. I've just remembered what it was like, and now you ask the question, it's the constant crushing loneliness, the fear it's never going to end and you're going to die on your own.
You live on your own now, John?
No, I've got a girlfriend.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I live with her.
That's nice.
Yeah.
OK, what else are people scared of? Sean's team.
Death.
Death.
People are generally scared of dying, aren't they?
Are you scared of dying, Sean?
Well, I'm getting older, so it's become more of a, pressing concern.
Go on, how would you like to go?
Muffled by flesh.
I'd like to be cremated and then made into pencils. When I'm dead.
Is there lead in you?
Stick around, baby, you might just find out.
Carbon, isn't it? Carbon for pencils. Graphite,
Well,
that could be a
lead,
carbon
no?
pencil. I think it'd be a good way of teaching kids to be more careful with their writing. If, say, their pencils were made out of, like, dead relatives. If they made a mistake and had to rub it out, you're rubbing a loved one off the face of the earth forever. Yeah. Whereas if you don't make a spelling mistake, then you've turned Grandad into a lovely poem.
You really understand the mind of a child, don't you?
Christian, would you rather human interaction, Christian, or...?
It depends what kind of mood I'm in. Generally, if the machine worked, I'd rather have a machine in a shop, but the machines don't work. It's like when you go to Heathrow, they've got the machine immigration thing, so that you can avoid the large queue, and then you queue up for the machine, and you put your passport on the machine, and the machine says, go and talk to a person. It doesn't work. So if the machines worked, fantastic, but they don't.
I think they do. I'd rather have a machine, because sometimes I'm buying stuff I do not want to have a conversation about. Let me just look at your basket and you go, well, we're not getting through this without a little quiz, are we?
What's the worst combo of items you've had to buy at a supermarket?
It's more the reason I'm buying it. Once I had a dream about a cake. I had a dream about a cake.
Our very own Martin Luther.
A set, yeah, I have a dream today. It's a set rhubarb and custard flan. It was rhubarb and custard, but the rhubarb had been cooked in rose water, so it had a slight Turkish delight flavour. It was set round the thing, and the custard set on top round a pastry. I wanted to bake it that afternoon. I didn't want to have to explain why a 25-year-old man was buying rosewater and not booze. I should have been buying a 4-pack of lager and a DVD. I was buying rosewater and rhubarb. I didn't want what I got, which was a cashier going, "Oh, what you doing with this then?" Because you look mental if you go, "I dreamed of a cake."